Hi, I'm here with Father Frank Berna. He is a priest and working in Philadelphia, and he was the facilitator in our Provincial Assembly this year. So he was the one helping us through the, we can say, the journey of the assembly.
Okay.
So hi Frank, how you doing?
Good to be with you, and thank you for the interview. Appreciate the time.
Yeah. So first, I would like to explain to us how was organized, how was the procedure for the assembly, no?
Okay. First was through a mutual friend, Father Frank Wright contacted me about facilitating the discussion, and he noted the process of appreciative discernment, appreciative inquiry, that would be the basic principles used, and that the Assembly would also work after the General Assembly and the direction that the General Assembly set. And he sent me some information on appreciative discernment and some of the challenges that the province wanted to take a look at. And then I came up and I met with Father Frank and Father Mike Moran, just to get a feel for, because I was not familiar with the society or much of the work that you did. I read online, some of your fine work there. And again, what they saw were some of the issues, and began putting some things in my own head. And one of the things Father Moran really wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to speak, that everybody felt included. And certainly appreciative discernment is all about that. You want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to feel that they're valued, that they have a contribution to make. Some of the structure was just the regular reports that have to be given at a provincial assembly. And then the other part was really the more creative, taking the General Assembly and the direction there, and how does that pertain to the society in the United States? And the society in the United States, supporting the mission to Africa, and with the resources, with the personnel, and that really had to be the work of the people who were coming, the delegates and the invitees. So that was pretty open-ended, and I think that again, we had a structure that, particularly the small groups and the importance of the small groups, which goes with the appreciative discernment. And people worked hard.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, and so, what are your thoughts? No, after you hear our dreams, from our for our society, because this assembly will project in the work of the next 6 years, no? So you help us to elaborate our dreams, and you hear our conclusions and a resolution. So, but I would like to ask you, in your personal way, what hints, what advice you can give us to try to reach all those dreams, no?
Okay. Right before I get to that, and if I don't get there, remind me, but right before I get there, again, I left off with the, people worked hard, and I appreciated that people weren't afraid to ask some of the tough questions, in the small groups, and even in the plenary session. And it was sometimes that tension between where the society, where the province has been, and where some dreamers really want to go, and how do you balance that, what's realistic, and so people really wrestle with some of that stuff, and get in the small groups that they go back to things and look at them again, and how can we really move this forward? The second thing is that, and Father Mike Moran had pointed out, that in one sense it really is this Provincial Assembly could hold back and try and look like it's always looked in terms of leadership, in terms of many things, or it could take a risk and move ahead. And as the General pointed out in his remarks at the end, this province took a risk, that elected a young leadership, a leadership representing North America, Africa, and Asia. And again, I think it's a wonderful testament to the province, to the society, and the vision that people have. And that some of the older folks bought into this. I mean, when you look at the election results, I mean, I was not there for the elections, but you look at the results, it was, so I think it's a very good day for the, U.S. province by doing that. In terms of, how do you make the dreams real? Well, one is, the Assembly came up with resolutions that are binding on the next administration. The importance with appreciative discernment, appreciative inquiry, is that it's not just a one-time deal. We'll do this, we'll have our meeting, we're done. Here's the report. It really has to become a way of thinking, that the leadership will continue to embrace and that the members will continue to embrace. So that, that one of the interventions was that a lot of the resolutions were, well, the administration will, and the group realized that, this is what we will do. I mean, there's some things the administration has to do, it's their job, but, when it comes to creating workshops, looking for opportunities, appreciative inquiry is the ground up, and we all participate, we all have to have a role. So I think that, to make some of the dreams come true, to keep moving things forward, it'll be important that the membership, under the direction and collaborating with and, kind of sometimes pushed a little bit by the administration, hold on to the process, and okay, so we've got this, we want to look at perhaps enhancing fundraising. Well, that's not just the administration. What are your ideas? How could you help with that, with your media kinds of stuff? Somebody else maybe with some of the appeals. Is there a better way we could maybe, so that the leadership is saying, let's bring all the people to the table who have something to say. It need not be a meeting, you can call them up, or visit, but I think keeping that consciousness, if it's going to come down to 3 people have to do most of this work, well, it's not going to get done. But I think that the Assembly has come up with some great dreams and realistic, because you say, we didn't just dream, we designed, and we committed ourselves to do something, and some of them we're really committed to doing. So I think the province is on a very solid path to move forward.
Yeah, I think that there were 2 weeks of intensive work and discussions and evaluations and resolutions, and I'd like to thank you for helping us in all this process. And well, from now on, we are continue as our friend, as my friend.
Well, it's good to be a friend of the society. Good people.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.